from your view, your camera, or
you
your
cannot see.
or you cannot see, right? But today I'm joined by the one, the only, the shoes that he's wearing. If you guys are following the sneaker scene, it is Travis Scott Air Force Ones that just released this past month. So
Travis Scott himself gave it to me.
I don't think whether you guys know this because nowadays if you see the Marvel collection or Marvel collaboration, it's either Adidas or some other brands not to mention.
But everyone else did that, so you say, I also did that.
Join the boat lah.
I also joined the boat.
Yeah.
So that's what people do, and
So now we're going to the 24K shoes. So if you want to know what is the 24K shoes, I'm not going to tell you. Google lah. Ada Google, pergi Google lah.
I never walk alone. I support Liverpool. Korang support Man U, tapi slow macam.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, hello, tajahau, vanakkam. Welcome. I greet to all of you again to another episode of Overload Podcast Malaysia. So today, guys, as you can see from your view, your camera, or you cannot see, right? But today I am joined by the one, the only, the best matcha ever. Harvinth Skin.
What's up?
Okay, if you don't know Harvinth Skin, you should know. But if you don't know, so Harvinth, just introduce yourself a bit. Your name, your age, where you're from, and just a little bit background of yourself.
I think I cannot get a better introduction than the best matcha ever. But then one day I want to be known as the best person ever. Don't like matcha. If like you add non-matchas, then I'm not the best anymore.
Oh yeah,
like, come on, I'm still the best.
Okay. One day the best person ever.
Alright. My name is Harvinth Skin. I am 26 years old and I make videos for a living and I try to make people laugh. I think that's the best
Part of
introduction that I can give about what I do, which is to try and make people laugh lah.
Alright, okay. So Harvinth Skin is in actuality he's an artist, a YouTuber, an influencer.
Oh, let's go. Keep it going.
In which he has produced quite a content in which means what I mean is that the content that he produces it's fun.
It's something.
It's funny.
Okay.
Alright. And then it gives a new perspective to Malaysians.
Yep.
On certain topics.
Yep.
Alright. So, but another thing that you guys should know about Harvinth Skin that he has a crazy amount of sneakers in his house. You see.
Sorry,
okay.
The whole thing gerak.
Alright.
Yeah, cameraman, better check. Okay.
Alright. So the shoes that he's wearing, if you guys are following the sneaker scene, it is Travis Scott Air Force Ones that just released this past month. So
Travis Scott himself gave it to me.
serious
Tak.
Wow, this guy Okay, just tell us a bit about how did you start and your really love the sneakers? I mean, because I know you're an artist, fashion means everything.
Yes.
And your appearance means everything. So how does sneakers plays an integral part in your daily fashion sense?
Man, I feel like sneakers are the most important part of your outfit. That's to me, that is the most important part. You can have like shit shirt, shit shorts, and wear the most bomb ass sneakers, still you can go. So it carries so much weight, in my personal belief. It completes the look. If you're not wearing, you can wear a suit and the wrong shoes, off, like cannot, tak boleh pakai.
Betul.
And how it started was bloody Naufal. I don't know if you know Naufal Anwar. He's a DJ.
I think I've heard about it. Yeah.
And he introduced me to the sneaker culture, and he brought me shopping one day. I went to 17 Gallery and I went there. I saw this Air Force Ones in the Ironman colorway. That was my first ever pickup from 17 Gallery. Shout out Ian. Shout out Naufal. But fuck you all for ruining my life. I don't know if I can curse, but y'all ruined my life because I've spent way too much money on sneakers now.
That's the relativity of too much. It depends on people lah.
That is depending on people lah. But for me, too much already.
Too much already lah. Okay lah. If it's for you also too much, then it means too much already
Bro,
lah.
I've spent so much on shoes that I can say that I've spent, like, I'm pretty sure someone earns that amount in a year.
Okay, so can you buy a house based on the amount that you have spent?
Buy a house? Depends on what house
200,000 lah.
No lah. No lah.
Okay lah, near lah. A car lah, basically.
Can buy a car.
Okay, can buy a car lah. Okay, can buy a car.
But then buy car for what, bro? If got shit shoes. Doesn't
True
make
lah.
sense, bro.
True lah. So you have to have nice shoes, but shit car also can lah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as got your feet is protected by the shoes when you step the pedal.
Yes, true. Okay, so that's basically how you get into the sneaker culture and then the streetwear culture in Malaysia. So when was that?
That was about 3 years ago, maybe.
Oh, so you're quite new to the scene.
Quite new, bro. Before
Good.
this, I didn't have any interest in shoes. I was like, whatever goes. So it's 3 years ago I started, and like it was a whole night cepat gila. Like everything that I missed out on before this, I put it in the 3 years and I bought like everything that I saw.
No wonder you spend that amount of money on it.
And also, I feel like whenever I'm sad,
right,
I buy a shoe, I feel better, bro.
true.
I don't know why.
For sneakerheads, that's true lah.
Right.
Yeah, true lah. I mean, sedih ke, stress out, or it's
Buy
like
a shoe.
people. Then you smile.
Then you smile.
The easiest thing in the
That's
world.
it, bro.
Yes. All right. So your first pair was the Ironman AF1.
Yes.
I don't think whether you guys know this because nowadays, if you see the Marvel collection or Marvel collaboration, it's either Adidas or some other brands lah. Not to mention, but the AF1 Ironman's it's very special. And it's rare. I have to admit it is rare because if you want to find it in a DS condition,
Right.
Good will never sell it.
Okay.
You go find it in StockX.
Cannot find.
It is not even listed.
Oh damn.
I'm not kidding you. The last time I checked, I think was 2 months ago.
So you have seen me wear those before? You've seen me,
Bro.
I sent it to you.
Yes, bro.
I sent
I'm
shoes
the
to
one.
you.
I'm the one who deoxidized your shoe.
Yes, you did,
So
you did.
yeah. So basically, that's the story about how I know about the Ironman AF1s. So, okay, right now we're going into your life.
Yeah.
All right, Harvinth. So where do you live? Subang, I
Yo,
guess.
I cannot release this kind of personal information.
all right.
in the world. Come on
Okay,
now. Come
all
on
right.
now, bro. Look at this guy. Look, come on, You want people to come to the house, or what?
Okay, so basically, I mean,
I live in number 8, Jalan Stroh.
wow, this guy is messing with me, you know. Alright, so it's okay. I mean,
I can reveal that my first I grew up in Kajang.
Okay, so
My high school was in Kajang. I went to Kajang High. And then at about the age of 16, I moved to Subang.
alright, okay. So you are aware with the development that happens in Subang Jaya throughout the years. So does that now we are talking about SkinTV. Alright,
Okay.
we're going into SkinTV.
Yeah.
SkinTV is Harvinth's personal channel.
Yes.
On YouTube, you can follow him and subscribe to him. SkinTV, it creates a tsunami. I mean, for me, a tsunami in regards to the Malaysian approach to YouTube.
Yeah.
To content creation.
Yeah.
All right. So my first question is that how did Subang, the place where you grew up, Kajang and Subang, how did it influence you to be brave enough to do those kind of content and knowing that people will accept it? You know.
I make content not to have people accept it.
Okay.
Because I know what I put out, people won't be able to accept it. It's so new. Because the mindset and the mentality of Malaysians especially, kita orang backwards gila though. Like if you compare to content creation and content overseas and how people take content there, it's like normal there. In the US, if people do something, it's so normal, right? But if here we do something, people are like, oh yo, how can he do that? His parents tak ajar dia ke? His parents he didn't go to... It's not that. So I know that there are going to be so many people out there who cannot accept what I do. And that is the great part of it. That is what I want to do. I'm not trying to make them accept it, but I'm trying to have people, especially in Malaysia, see things in a different light. Because you cannot be inside the box. You cannot adhere to what people think is okay. Because if you do that, then you're just in this small bubble and you're afraid to go out of your safety zone, and you're not pleasing yourself. You're not making any difference in the world.
Okay.
So with my comedy and my humor, what I want to achieve is just, whether it's good or bad, I want people to see this and go like, wow, I can't believe he did that. Or, wow, he cannot do that. He shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But then who are you to tell me that you
shouldn't?
Who
or
are you?
couldn't?
You cannot tell someone, yo, bro, you cannot do that. What does that mean? Who are you to dictate? And there are a lot of people, I don't know whether in Malaysia only or the whole world, but Malaysia especially, because I live here, I can see that they think they are God.
True. Judgmental.
They put the judgments out.
Yeah.
You know that, oh, God never wanted you to do this. God said this one cannot, this one cannot. When did you speak to God, Day? When did he reply?
Yeah lah. Okay.
When did God tell you that this is how things should be
done?
done? It's just, just because you don't do it, you cannot judge other people.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? That's
true.
what I'm trying to say. Just because you don't accept it, you cannot pass judgment onto others. It's wrong. It's wrong to pass judgment. You can advise if you feel like.
Yes.
You know,
true.
You can talk to people. You know, you can say, "Hey, Harvin, like you do this, you think it's okay." Then I'll have my own explanation to tell you why. But you cannot like hukum
Kau tak boleh buat macam tu. It's like,
you
if
cannot
do
like this is wrong. You can have
understand.
intellectual conversations and like debate about some things, but you know, the backwards mentality needs to go.
Alright, okay. That's the purpose, the holistic view of your content creation. So, when did you really realize this is something that you want to do? Let me get this straight, okay? Because dulu, when you created SkinTV, it's not that YouTube was still not the channel or the proper medium for people to have money. Okay? Because right now, I have to admit, most of millennials nowadays, when they do a specific channel, their target is that, monetization.
Make money,
To make money. Because it's true, it's easy. In actuality, it's easy. But the requirement that YouTube puts now, it ensures that you have quality content and make sure that you really adhere to everything and within the limit and boundaries of the world. So basically, when you started SkinTV, right? What was your mindset at the time? Was it money?
Man, it was never the money.
Okay.
And it cannot be about the money.
Okay.
Because if you go into something thinking, I want to make money out of this, it's wrong. You know, when you go into content creation or DJing or photography or music, you know, especially when I started, we were never certain of getting money out of it. We did it for love. We did it for the passion. I started SkinTV, and I've spoken to Genie Boy about this as well. Shout out Genie Boy. I said to him, bro, I started my channel because I thought I could do funnier content than you. And that's what I saw Genie Boys, and I was like, man, I want to do funnier things than this.
Okay.
In my personal opinion,
right.
you know, because at one point I felt like Genie Boy is the father of YouTube here in Malaysia. He started it first, so like mad respect, mad props to him. But to me personally, I wanted. Now he's switched up. I feel like in between, and it's hard as a content creator to constantly come up with content. It's very hard. So I would understand why the content kind of just stayed stagnant and everything seemed the same. So I was like, I want to do something funny. That's why I started it. And I wanted to make people laugh. It was very genuine. And it still is today. Every time I make a video, I really hope that people laugh and people enjoy, because that is what I want to do. Takkan I make a video and I feel like, man, I hope this one ruins someone's day. It's the complete opposite. It's me wanting to make your day.
Yeah.
You know, to be, you know, even for 5 seconds, if you have like that's kind of, you know, I love that. I love creating that feeling. So it was never the money. It was always to make people laugh. And if I'll tell you one thing,
okay,
when you do something out of passion and out of love, it will all
Worked out.
work out.
Okay.
There's no way that it won't work out.
Okay. So, passion, right? I've read somewhere and I've heard somewhere, through research and everything, that people are lucky to find passion in life. If you are lucky enough, you find it at an early age, like you did, right? So, in order, passion enough is not passion alone is not enough,
Yeah.
right? But for you, ada tak you punya kawan ke siapa-siapa ke yang cakap, Harvin, you are super duper funny. Your human sense is something that never been seen before in Malaysia, and you should do this in order not to fight anymore, like you said. I mean, you understand what I mean, right? It's not to fight anybody. It's just that your sense of humor will be so much more different that people will take note of that. You know, is there someone that triggered that point?
Man,
or?
my friends are all useless.
So you hear the man, huh? You hear the man, all right?
No. I think that I've had friends after I made videos
Alright.
support me
Okay.
and say, yo bro, I think you should go into TV. I think you'll do great in the drama. I think you'll do great in a movie. I think you'll do great on radio. I think, like, and I did everything. I did radio. I went on radio. I was a host for a while. I've been on that. That's why my first goal in life was to I want to be on radio. You know, and then I went on radio. I was like, wow, check this. Then I wanted to be on TV. I was like, yo, I just want to be on TV. Then I was a host for Astro Super Sports. Check this. Then I said to myself, yo, I want to be on a TV series. Now I just finished Kopitiam. I was like, whoa, check this. And then the next step, I want to be in a movie. And
Working on it?
Sorry?
You're working on it?
I don't know.
Okay, no comment. All right. The typical answer.
We'll see. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
And now, and I hang around with Zamira a lot, and she especially says, Harvin, you should be in a movie.
Yeah.
So I have friends who constantly motivate me, telling me things that it's very nice to hear. You know, like at one point you think, man, what would I do in a movie? Like, I cannot be in a movie. What do I do in a TV series? I cannot act.
Yeah.
But you know, you surprise yourself with things that you can do if you put your heart into it, and if you work hard enough.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a word of wisdom, you know. I mean, if you put your heart and effort enough on one thing, you can achieve literally everything.
Yeah, guys, if you all
anything.
put just a bit more heart, this could have been Evian. This could have been Evian water bottle. If just a bit more heart, but it's okay. I'll settle with KK Mart.
All right. So, talking about SkinTV. Okay, Genie Boy was the epitome of Malaysian YouTube channel. So, what did you feel when people recognize you? Number one, and number two, when you know that you have made it prime time in the YouTube sense, you know, in YouTube content creation, you have made it to that level, which is on par with Genie Boy. And does it change you?
Man, on par with Genie Boy. You said it, I didn't say it. You said it.
Sorry, Genie Boy.
You said it.
If you don't feel like that, I'm sorry.
You said it. No, but Jin did tell me that because I did share one of his videos and then on Twitter, and then when I went on his podcast, he said, wow, Harvinth Skin shared my video. And to hear that, I was like, wow, what do you mean Harvinth Skin? Yo, Genie Boy telling me that Harvinth Skin. That was a moment of like, that feeling is like you really achieve something in your life, and I don't know if it has changed me as a person. I feel like I'm the exact same person in terms of my humility, if that's what you're asking, if whether I'm humble, I think I am. But changed as a person, definitely everyone changes, you know.
True.
But I hope it's like a upgrade to what I used to be last time, to be a better person, to understand people better, to be more respectful of everyone around me. I think the more I was less respectful last time.
Okay.
When I started, I was like, I think I was young, and I was like, I was less respectful. But as I, achieved more things and appreciated people coming up to me and saying hello, this is a fact that I've never said no to someone wanting to take a picture with me or wanting to take a photo with me or wanting to say hello. I've never ever said no. And this I didn't realize until like my friends pointed it out, and they keep asking me, "Do you ever say no? Do you ever say why? Why?" Even at this time, I'll be hungover, or I'll be sad, or I'll be depressed, and like still, if like someone comes up, I will always say yes, because that is what you do it for. That recognition that you get from a fan coming up to say, "Oh my God, Harvinth, I love your videos. Can I have a picture?" Those kind of moments is why I do my videos. So that feeling of accomplishment and being able to, appreciate that is I'm so happy that I appreciate that. I know a lot of people out there, maybe they'll be like, wait, I don't want fans coming up to me, I don't want all this attention, but man, that is life.
Okay.
That is life.
Life, especially as a content creator and celebrity.
Yeah.
For you, just state briefly one thing that you think you have been better due to this the creation of SkinTV, because people must understand content creation, it takes a lot of effort. It takes an idea to grow. It takes time for you to shoot the video. It takes research time for you just to know what to talk about. So one thing that you think that dah naik pangkat, dah naik level due to this content creation.
I think it's just my work ethic.
Work ethic.
I used to be lazy. I used to be very lazy, and I think like I wake up. I there was a point of time in my life where I woke up and I just did nothing the whole day. Like I could wake up and just watch TV, makan, go back to sleep, lay on my phone on my bed the whole day.
Oof.
And I could do that every day and not feel an ounce of guilt about it. Macam it's normal life like that. Like the life, what else is there? And with more work that I put in, I realize now I look back, I'm like, wow, I wasted so much time doing nothing. Now I try to fill up my day with at least something, going to the gym, going out, being with friends, making something, creating, writing ideas down. It has made me a person who understands that hard work puts you where you want to be. If you dream and if you put the hard work in, you will get there. You cannot be lying on your phone every day.
If you just sit down there, nobody's going to change you.
So I'm so happy that because of what I do, I realized that. Because I might not have realized it if I was like not doing videos and
just lying down, relaxing.
All I can afford is kicking my
janganlah macam tu.
Sorry.
Alright. Okay. This is something that a friend of mine, I mean, when they asked me, oh, who's your next guest? And when I told them, oh, it's Harvinth Skin. So they wanted to ask you in regards to still, it's still related to content creation. Because some, like I said before, millennials nowadays see it as a chance to create money, to obtain money. Right? But they are hati tissue. In a sense, hati tissue, because they cannot accept the critics, the bad mouth of people. Hati tissue.
Bro, that is not a real term.
Bukan lah.
Hati tissue.
Hati tissue betul lah. Melayu say hati tissue.
There's a simpler bahasa called official or not official.
Not official lah. I mean, mula-mula also lah. Cakap biasa. It's hati tissue.
I love it.
So it's like you are too soft to be in a sense, it's an entertainment industry.
And then you start crying, then you call it hati wet wipes. Because it's basah.
Basah already lah. Hati tissue basah also kan lah.
I don't know lah. Okay.
Alright. Okay, so how did you face that? I mean, how did you console yourself? Because some people are cakap, apa siut dia ni, apa benda, buat benda macam ni, those kind of things lah. So how did you console yourself, relax yourself, and just make peace with it and accept it as a positive criticism for you to move forward?
Man, I wish I was doing this back when technology didn't happen yet. Like back in the day, like maybe 20 years before this, before social media platforms came in. But then again, it would like, what do I post it on, right? Like, but maybe like I would have gone into acting or some form of art, or like try to put myself out there. But why I'm saying that is last time when someone was doing something, whether it was, let's just say, a rapper or a video creator or an artist or someone in the art, haters online, not online, haters in real life, right? They couldn't go and tweet or tag you or send you a DM or talk about you online. You know, it was just they wake up, they were like, let's just say I was there back then, they will be like, Harvinth Skin ni tak suka dia tu bodoh dia buat benda bodoh
okay.
Then they'll just tell it to their friend and this one, and they have to go on with their lives.
Just
and that's where it will be. That's where it will be, and nobody else would know.
True.
Right?
Okay.
But now with social media, you put it online, then everyone retweet and the whole thing, and they tag you, they DM you, they make sure you know, they letak comment, make sure they know that you know they hate you.
The hatred is real.
They make sure you know. Now it becomes my problem that you hate me because I baca that thing. I wish that there was no like online platform for people to deliver hate so much that it affects someone who's trying to do art.
Okay.
Sincerely. You know, I've always wanted to do art sincerely out of my heart to make people laugh. But there will be people who don't like it.
Yeah, true.
Right? So last time no technology, they don't like their problem. But now I read is my problem. So what I was okay with it in the beginning. I'm like, yeah, okay, in my mind. And then it reached to a point where I think as I grew bigger, right, my fans also grew bigger.
Okay.
But the hate also grew bigger.
True.
Because as much as your fans grow, your haters also will grow.
Yeah.
So at one point, I think early this year, I let that affect me. I did. I let the haters affect me, especially on Twitter.
Okay.
Because all the cool woke kids are there.
Sabar, my friend. Sabar. Okay.
When they think it's cool to like hate someone, they will hate.
Yeah.
You know, at one point it was cool to hate Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
It was people who didn't hate Justin Bieber just hated him because it was cool. It was cool to call him a perempuan.
True lah.
But you didn't feel that way. But everyone else did that, so you say, hey, yeah, perempuan. I also did that.
Join the boat lah.
I also joined the boat.
Yeah.
So that's what people do, and then you start feeling, wow, do people really like me? Is it because at moments like that, it's susah to look for the love,
the positive side.
It's susah. It's even when fans come to you and say, yo, bro, I love your work. You're thinking, oh, but so many people hate me. Is it true? Do you really love my? It doesn't like lekat. It doesn't. You don't feel it. You feel the hate more. And only recently that I've realized, man, these people have nothing. Do you know how much time and effort it takes for someone to hate someone else? For you to want to hate someone online, construct a comment, construct a tweet, and put your energy towards, wait, this guy is the worst guy I've ever seen in my life. That means you're doing nothing else with your life.
Yeah, true.
You cannot just... If I'm so busy as a person, I cannot hate anyone, you know.
True.
There is no time for me to hate someone. Why would I waste my time? So if you're a hater online, and if you hate on something, and for the sake of it, just know that that person has nothing else in his life going on except that.
Except hating people.
Except that he's doing nothing. He is probably on his phone, on the bed, lying down 24 hours, waking up, sleeping, and he has nothing else in his life. That's why he's doing it. So you need to understand that is why they're hating you. So with that, you know that you're doing something.
Yes.
You're doing something good. You're moving on. Next day, you're doing something else, and you just need to go, bro. That's the whole mentality. You need to choose the things that you give a shit about.
True. I mean, selecting to hear or not to hear, to care or not to care is your own choice.
Yes.
Whether they want to hate, they want to don't hate, or what they like ke, suka tak suka, apa lantak dia.
Betul.
True. So, this is the reality of a YouTuber, a content creator, a celebrity in a sense. So, we're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Can.
But after we come back, we're gonna touch on that. How does this kind of events or this kind of action from the fans, the haters, whatsoever, affects the life of a YouTuber, an artist, and the sacrifice that you have to make. So, guys, stay tuned. We're gonna be back with the one, the only, the best, the soon-to-be best person ever on earth is
Gang, gang.
Harvinth Skin.
I'll be drinking mine, kicking my water.
Alright, okay. Stay tuned, guys, and we'll be back soon. So welcome back, guys. I'm joined today with the Antler guy.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, and on this festive season, I'm joined with Mr. Harvinth Skin. So before the break, we talk about content creation and how SkinTV developed and what you've been through to get to this level. So, like I mentioned before the break, that we are going into how does it affects you mentally, because nowadays, nearly every day we receive news millennials nowadays are suffering from mental health, or artists are suffering from depression, anxiety, those kind of mental problems.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong, I have nothing against people who are suffering, and I'm together with you because a friend of mine just passed away due to depression.
Oh, damn.
He took his life.
Sorry to hear,
that's the story behind it.
Yeah.
But for you as a content creator, which I have to admit that you have mesti dah terima backlash,
Banyak.
a lot of backlash.
Yeah.
So how did you terima benda tu and cope with that so that you don't suffer from depression, anxiety, all those kind of things?
I feel like everyone has depression.
Okay.
Everyone has their own different ways of coping with it.
Okay.
And everyone has different levels of depression, whether it's serious, whether it's manageable on your own. I would say personally, I cannot speak about everyone else, but personally, I do go through depression. I do go through anxieties, but I feel like I've reached a level in my life, and in terms of thinking, I've reached a level where I can manage it myself.
Okay.
Like, I can put logical thinking behind it. At some points, yeah, it gets to you, and then you feel very overwhelmed. But I'm so happy that I'm able to put logic behind what I feel, because that's the key part that is missing technically for someone who is really depressed.
Okay.
They can't think logically because they are unable to think logically, because the feelings are so much, they're so overwhelming that it just engulfs you. You cannot think straight. I've been there where I cannot think straight. Like, you cannot think straight, and like everything that everyone says doesn't make sense.
Yeah, true.
Even though it's the most obvious thing in the world that you need to, if something is wrong, this one, your friend will give you an option saying, okay, this is what you have to do. It won't make sense because your feelings are like, you cannot see the end line, you cannot see the end goal. So I just take time out, and recently, I think a week or two ago, I was like mildly like affected. I was getting like anxiety. I was getting like really, my feelings were like going against me, and like I just tried 2 minutes of meditation. Like, there was this, Zamira has this app. I don't know what app this is, but it's an app where they have this yoga meditation feature where you just put earphones on and you listen to it, right, for 2 minutes, and you just listen to a guy's voice telling you to calm down, which is his voice quite sexy. And
Sounds so wrong, man.
No, it's like, it's soothing.
Okay,
Sometimes
okay.
it's a girl. I don't know which. The girl's voice is also quite sexy. It's like it's like sexy voice is like, you know, the
Relaxing.
radio,
It's relaxing,
voice,
yeah.
the Light FM kind
Okay.
of. So I was just listening to that, and just being quiet and having your whole body, your soul, your energy that you have. Bila depressed too, I feel like when you feel engulfed, your energy is everywhere. You know, your whole body feels like there's like eruptions everywhere. So when you just duduk diam, close your eyes, and just calm down, you feel everything just going back to where it's supposed to be. And I feel like that helped a lot for me. So whenever these haters come in, most of the time I can just bro, get a life, get like whatever. To me it's like whatever. But when it gets too much, I feel like That's all you need to do. You just need to go back to a place where you're able to think logically, and when you are at that place where you cannot think logically, know that this will end. This feeling bad and feeling shitty, this will end. You will come to a place where you feel better. But this is from personal experience. I cannot say that this is the right way to do things. And
everyone.
Yeah, so I'm saying this is how I have coped with it. And I know a lot of people in my industry, in the same industry, a lot of artists, a lot of musicians, a lot of celebrities. Everyone has issues. You know, everyone as human beings, we have issues.
Yes.
We go through different things. You don't know what my issues are. I don't know what your issues are. But because we have put ourselves up there, we throw ourselves out into public, for everyone to see us, for you to enjoy my work, for you to say, hey, I'm Harvinth Skin. I literally, when I put out videos, it's like, hey, yo, what's up? Look at me, I'm Harvinth Skin. Look at me. You know, that's what I'm doing. I'm saying, look at me. So I'm throwing myself out there. So when you do that, the general public think that you are not human.
Yeah.
They don't look at you like human beings. They look at you as like, oh, this guy is Harvinth Skin. He's celebrity. It's sama lah macam, you don't look at Cristiano Ronaldo as human being.
True.
You don't look at Beyonce as a human being. You don't look at Jay-Z as a human being. Dia macam, you forget that all of us have feelings. All of us, Jay-Z has feelings. Jay-Z can cry. Beyonce can cry, but we think they are in another level. So we can wake up and in the morning and say, wow, Jay-Z is shit. Beyonce is shit. Cristiano Ronaldo is the worst footballer I've ever seen in the world. Do you know that those kind of statements can hurt someone, can hurt a human being? So the general public often tend to forget that everyone is a human being. I'm a human being. So that humane feeling is missing because we put ourselves up there.
Yeah.
And more people need to realize that everyone is a human being, and words can affect. Like,
True.
I've had comments telling me, bro, you are not funny at all. You are the worst person that I've ever seen. You should go kill yourself.
Ayo.
I've had and when I'm in my logical sense and I read that message, I'm like, what is going through this person's head to be able to ask me to go kill myself?
Go kill yourself. Yeah.
Bro, it's not okay, you know. It's not
True.
okay to go do that. It's
wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah, it's
It's like
wrong.
you can't do it. It's another human being.
Yeah.
And you don't sense. So it's the lack of understanding for someone who is commenting, because they are so engulfed in their own mind. They don't understand what they're doing. They don't know what kind of message they're trying to send out. So it's just, people need to, you know, realize that these kind of things are not okay. Throwing hate like that is not okay.
Okay. So you've been through that mental difficulty.
Yeah.
I mean, because like you say, we cannot shut people's mouth. You
Yeah.
know, they gonna say what they wanna say. So this is just briefly lah. Did they ever took to another level in which they involve your family or friends or personal friends, or they hurt your personal? I mean, go to something too personal to you.
Yeah.
It's like macam kau ni mesti macam your parents didn't teach you manners. Something
every
those
time.
kind of.
Every
Is
time they because that is I think the Malaysian culture
Okay.
to bring in the parents.
Ayo,
If you are doing something wrong,
Yeah.
they'll be like,
mak kau tak ajar.
mak kau tak ajar ke?
Betul lah.
Like, yo, what does my mom have to do?
Yeah, it's my choice, ma.
Relax, even my mother is like sharing my videos too. Like, relax, like she loves what I do.
Yeah.
It's they do a lot of times. They also drag like my girlfriends. At the time they drag my ex. They drag this. They drag it. It gets, and that's when it gets like macam tak puas sikit. Like, yo, if you marah with me, you marah me lah. Why you want to bring in my family? Why you bring in my girlfriend? All that, but. They know it annoys you so that's why they have to do it so it's like, good job
Alright, so that is one side of the sacrifice that you have to bear in order to succeed in this industry.
Unfortunately,
because
because I feel like last time tak though. Last time you
mula-mula lah.
waktu like back in the days when there was no social media, there was no such thing as like
Bashing.
bashing and people going, wow, like I don't know. Name me an artist from last time, like Michael Jackson. Maybe he got a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know. But back in the day, he probably couldn't like see those comments and like read all of that. Maybe like it was a bit different. I wouldn't know if it's easier, but like now it's so easily to access like celebrities. Like you can just send them a message directly and they get it, which is like I don't want that, man. Like I don't want the hate.
The negative you don't want lah. I mean, in sense
everyone doesn't want that, you know. So like if it's negative in a positive way, if you're saying something negative to me that you mean from your heart, right? You really from your heart, you want me to know this. Like, oh bro, your videos aren't the best. I hope you know be better at them. Like, okay lah, from your heart. Okay, you feel like okay, I understand. But if you start going like, yo, your mother ugly, bro,
cannot go like that lah.
What you mean? I don't want that. Like,
alright, okay. So there's another side of the sacrifice that you have to do in order to achieve this kind of success. Time and effort, and the most significant sacrifice that everybody in this industry, content creation industry, that they have to face is sacrificing their time with their family. This is something that people don't understand. So you guys senang ke to spend an hour and a half just sit here and talk, in which you know back home, if today is a weekend, so it's like we can just spend Christmas, right? And today is the weekend, Christmas, okay. So sorry, okay, it's Christmas and you should spend your time with your family and everything.
Tuan datang podcast ni pula.
Masalah betul. But how did you manage? Number one, how did you manage your time? Number two, how did you make your family understand that this is something that is necessary for the beginning, at least from the beginning. So how did you create that awareness?
I mean, I think that comes with all jobs. I think that sacrifice of time, it's your job. It's called a job for a reason. So I feel like there isn't anything special about when you're in video creation or content creation that you spend or sacrifice more time than other jobs. I feel like if anything in the video creation industry, you have the flexibility of being with family unless you're in a project. For me, if I'm free, I'm really free. Like I can spend my time with the family for like a whole week and have nothing. But if I'm busy, I'm really busy because my mind is 100% focused on doing this thing. Like when I was shooting for Kopitiam, I was every day shooting for 1 whole month. Every day. From morning call time 6 a.m. Sometimes night finish 12 a.m. Sometimes finish. There was one time I think finished 3 o'clock. There was another time I think, but I wasn't involved in this. They wrapped at 6 a.m.
Oh my god.
They wrapped at 6 a.m. Next day start balik 8 a.m.
Oh my god, tak balik tidur.
Balik tidur lah, but like it's nearby, so they balik tidur. Some people like just this one came straight start shoot again. It's mental. So when you're busy, and I wouldn't say that there's anything special about this industry to sacrifice your time, because no matter what you do in life, you have to sacrifice time. You have if it's what you love and what you do, you have to sacrifice it and you have to put in the hours. If not, it won't work. And I think my family, they understand, you know, what I do. Even though my siblings always like they give me shit for they think I have all the free time. They're like, hey, come take care of my kids. Come cuci the rumah for me. Like, hey, you got nothing to do. You're just making videos online. Oh, why are you doing nonsense? Come and work for me. Like, and then my sister-in-law told me, hey, I hire you as my babysitter. You come lah. I'll pay you more than your movies pay you. I'm like, how much you going to pay me? 25 ringgit an hour. Like, bro, I earn way more.
You want to curse, cannot curse.
I want to curse, cannot curse. Like,
tak apalah.
Okay. But yeah, it's sacrifice that you have to make, and I'm lucky enough to be able to, you know, I just went to Australia to visit my nephews. Damn cute nephews. If anyone wants to make a baby, hit me up.
Oh my god, this guy.
My address.
I cannot ask. You say this before, cannot ask. Okay.
Somewhere in Subang.
Okay, somewhere in Subang.
But I'm lucky to, I'm able to put out time yearly because there are people out there who work every day,
Yeah, true.
without a break. I'm lucky to be able to take a week off if I want to go fly to Australia and see my nephews, which is, I feel like there is more time, if anything,
Yes.
to be able to. But then at that time, I'm doing nothing at all,
Yeah,
which is great. It's just my mind. That's like relaxation, also, because even as I said, if you're busy, you're really busy. If you're not, it's like musicians as well. I feel like a lot of people, like take for example Beyonce. She comes up with an album, then the next 2 years she's missing. It's like you're not busy anymore, but you're making every day. You're making a bit. It feels like you're not doing anything, but you're doing something. So we have time.
All right.
We have time.
Okay. So, that's the a bit. You can say it's a bit of the nasty part of the industry, or not just in the industry, in whatsoever whatever job you are doing. The sacrifice of time and effort that you have to make in order to achieve success.
Yeah.
Dah berjaya nanti you nak relax, you relax. Like Beyonce lah, you buat 2 tahun sekali satu album, then you want to relax, you relax.
Yeah.
So,
What's that?
what's that sound?
What's that sound?
Okay.
Next segment.
Okay, moving on to the next segment. Now we're gonna touch a bit of your content creation, just a little bit, because I think everybody have already know about these 2 videos that was a hit, not just in Malaysia, but Southeast Asia. I can say Asia lah, basically.
Yep.
So number 1 is the running out of the JD Sport
Oh yes.
punya kedai punya video, and then the 24K shoes.
Yeah.
My emphasis is on the 24K shoes because it created a hell of a controversy that you have to face. I know the story about behind that.
Yeah.
The behind story. I mean what you have to face on that lah, because it was unexpected. But let's just start with the JD video first. Was it your own idea? I mean, I know it's your own idea, but macam mana you approach that scene or that video, the idea, in order for it to really work without people not really knowing what the hell is happening?
Well, first off, I saw that video online.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen that video online. I think it was in the UK, the guy did it. And this one time I was supposed to collect something from JD Sports, some stuff. And I thought, hey, I want to do this.
Okay.
I want to do like a Malaysian version of this.
Alright.
Because there's nothing wrong with doing it. And I told the manager of JD Sports, I said, bro, I'm going to try something. Okay? If I get arrested, or if there's a gut in JD Sports.
True.
If the guard shoots me or wants to shoot me or tackles me, gotta let them know that I'm your boy and I'm just trying something. Okay? So he said, okay bro, go ahead. Then I went and kacau the stuff and did that, and thankfully nothing happened. And that video became so viral that it was more viral than the original. Nobody knew about the original.
Yeah.
Maybe I just did it better.
Shots are fired, man.
To the random guy who did it first. Bodoh, tak kena cari pasal.
Alright, okay, so that's the story behind the JD. Which JD was that?
That was in Pavilion.
Okay lah, lot of room for you to run away. Okay, alright. So now we're going to the 24K shoes. So if you want to know what is the 24K shoes, I'm not going to tell it. Google lah. Google lah. Okay, so the story behind the 24K shoe is that you posted up a video that you asked for donations. And true betul lah, takkanlah you berharap orang nak derma, kan, nak menyumbang that kind of money. So what did you feel? And
man,
this artist confirm ada PR manager, ada your own manager and everything. Oh, you got to so get from them. True or not?
I did. Because I just posted it for fun. It's 24K. Right. Banyak bro. I just said, I got this many followers. If everyone gives me RM1, I can get the shoe. Mana I tahu my fans love me that much. They actually want me to get the shoe. And they started sending me the money. And then my manager panicked. I'm like, Harvin, what the fuck are you doing? You cannot do this. I'm like, yo, relax. Like nothing's happening. If I get 24K, I already knew at that point, right? When she was, like, if I get 24K, I will donate the money lah. It's not. Why would I use that money? Because it won't feel right.
Yeah lah, true lah.
Number one, it won't feel right. Okay.
You have to share the shoe lah.
Number two, number 2, I never thought I was going to get 24k.
Okay.
Memang it's too much money.
Yeah.
How to get 24k? So I knew that this was something that was, okay for me to do. Because as long as your conscience is okay, you feel okay doing it, do it lah. I never once felt guilty because I knew that I was never going to take their money.
Okay.
Right? So what I did was, and then I started getting a lot of hate. Like, why are you hating me? Oh, people tak puas that my fans are giving me money. But why? Why are you hating? Is it because you are not getting the money?
Cuba bagi 24,000 tu kat dia lah.
I don't know. Is it? Yeah.
Yalah, I understand.
Kan? It's like you tak puas lah. Like man,
you are discontent with the fact that Harvin is getting 24k from his fans and you are not.
Yeah,
basically,
and they are working. Maybe they are like working 9 to 5, and they are like, whoa, this guy is doing nothing, getting money. I have to work. Dia tak puas. Geram. I don't know what it is but it happened And man, I used the hate. I used everything that I could get, and I used it to send a message like, yo, there's no point hating me for it. Number 1, I got the money. I think I raised about I forgot how much, 2 point something. I got shoes for I think 30 kids. I forgot how many kids. And I donated all the shoes because it's our shoe. Bang bang. And then oh shit, shout out Caprice, I used this. Bang bang. And I used it to send a message like, why are you hating?
Yeah.
There's too much hate. There's like, Lanta, if I'm asking my fans and I actually use the money for whatever, why are you if you want the money, maybe you
get your own fans.
Get your own fans. Like, why? Goddamn, bro. Like,
Alright. Okay, so the kids were orphan kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were I think it was an orphanage. I forgot.
Okay,
I think it's orphanage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, should YouTubers or artists, I know most of Malaysian artists are doing this, but should they be more mainstream about it? Because I'm not saying that you are showing off. No. But this kind of forgive me if this offends you, but it's a publicity stunt, right? In which it still benefits the public.
Yeah.
So do you think that content creators, artists, celebrities in Malaysia should, even political figures, should use this as a medium for them to raise this kind of
publicity
yes.
stunts, is it? I feel like if it's fun, do it.
Okay.
If it's not cringy,
okay lah.
then do it.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I've seen some publicity stunts that are cringy. Like, whoa, this is like bad. Like, you are looking for it and you're doing it. But with this thing, I didn't look for it. It just happened. And I was just being real about it. I was just, wow, why are people hating? I was like, okay lah, hate some more. Then I used the hate just to like, it wasn't, I wouldn't call it like, it wasn't planned. When I posted this 24k shoe, fans donate, I didn't plan, backlash, then I'm going to do this, make them feel shit
about themselves.
It's like, I didn't dig for it, I didn't look for it, it just happened. So if it's cringy, don't do it. If it's fun, if it's going to happen, it's great content, then do it.
Okay, alright. It's a good, for me, the backlash, because I read the comments, so I think people overreacted to it.
Yeah.
And some of it was because maybe they didn't know. I mean, they didn't know that what would you do, right? So they didn't know, so they just release it on you lah.
Yeah, but also another thing is, even if you don't know what I was going to do with the money,
why hate?
Why you care so much?
Lantak lah, duit
Yeah.
dah bagi kan.
And it's not like, man, I worked hard to get fans.
Yeah.
Right? Even if I wanted to buy the shoe, I could have.
Yeah.
Right? But don't, like, why? Relax.
Kan, there's something like, there's things in life you just cannot answer because you just gotta understand,
I just came out water. It's fine.
Alright, okay. So now we're going to what you are doing now. Where you are now and your current project. So you just finished shoot Kopitiam double shot. So Kopitiam, if you grew up during our years, I mean when you are born in the 90s lah, right? So you for sure you have seen this this sitcom before, the original, the OG lah, the OG one, where Douglas Lim and Rashid Saleh, who is involved in the current iteration of Kopitiam was there, and they were youngsters at the time.
So young,
were so young at the time. So can you tell us a bit lah, cerita sikit lah, in a sense like how did this project come to be? I mean, takkanlah tiba-tiba the producer, okay Harvinth Skin, I want you. Memang tak lah. I mean, they
actually
must
like that exactly.
I mean, there must be the spark for Kopitiam double shot to be.
I think the producers, so the people who made this Kopitiam are the same people who made it last time.
Oh, okay.
The creator of it, don't quote me on this, I might ruin the name or like fuck up the name. It's Ng Ping Ho.
Ng Ping.
Don't quote.
Okay.
I said don't quote me. You just quoted me. I just said don't quote me. You just quoted. He literally just. I just said don't quote me, and then he quote me, bro. Yeah, quote.
Alright, it's okay. Then
he created it, and his cousin, whose name is Min, she had the idea of wanting to bring it back now because she felt like it was time. So she spoke to Douglas and Rashid, and she was like, let's bring it back. And then they were like, no. No.
They didn't want it.
No way, don't do it. They said, don't do it. And
wow,
then,
that's a surprise. Okay.
Yeah, they said no. And I think after deliberation, for some reason, I think they didn't want to say yes, but they just said yes. Right? They just said yes, and it happened. And I got a DM on Instagram from like one of the people who work at Double Vision. Double Vision is the house that made Kopitiam.
Okay. They
said, Harvin, we are rebooting Kopitiam. We would like you to audition for it.
Alright.
It was not like I got it straight away because I've acted before in one-off series or like 1 or 2 episodes of something, but I've never acted in a whole proper TV series. You know, I've never been a part of the whole show. So this is the first. I had no prior experience, I would say, and they said come and audition. So I was like, okay, I'll come and audition, and then I auditioned, and they said I got the part. And this role, this watak that I play, which is Tim.
I like that.
Yeah, he is totally different from who I am in real life. He is not me.
Oh, really?
He is shy. He is quiet. He doesn't like. It's so different from who I am. I'm the loud guy. I talk loud. I come up with the punchlines to make you laugh. I'm exuberating energy. Like yo, like what's up? This is Harvinth Skin in the building. Tim is just like, yo, hi guys. Hi, I'm Tim. I'm just
it's like a 360, not 360, 180.
180 is like, yo, I'm a chef. I just like food. Don't bother me. Like, relax. So it was a very different. I asked everyone on like when we were having the reading and all that, what is this character? Who's this character? And this is exactly what Douglas said. I've cursed 2 times already. I don't know if I can curse in this podcast.
It's okay.
I've cursed already. I'm going to do it 3rd time already. I asked Douglas, who is this character? Can you tell me more about him? Douglas said, I don't fucking know. They don't know this character because his character was so complex. He needed to be shy. He needed to be very confident. Because when it comes to his food, he knows his food and he loves his food. He's very passionate about his food. But whenever it's nothing to do with the food, he just lost. He's lost. So it was not me. It was not me. It's not who I am. So to play that role was a challenge. And I every day I used to look at the scripts. I used to baca the scripts. How would this guy do it? So I kind of became that person, like shy for a bit, like didn't want to talk much. I just wanted to be in my space. It was a whole process to discover this Tim role and make him my own role. Like it was a new role, so it's the fact that I'm on Kopitiam, Malaysia's first ever sitcom, English sitcom ever, and Malaysia's second ever sitcom ever is Kopitiam also. Is part of history.
Yeah.
And there was no doubt I was gonna say yes.
Yes.
So I worked every day to make sure I did justice for the show, and I hope I did justice for the show. Don't know if you have watched it. It's
fresh. For me, it's fresh.
That's
it's
good.
It's something that because I watched the old Kopitiam.
Yeah.
So the OG series, their jokes, their the way they portray their characters are very, how should I say this? It's very traditional. Not traditional. I mean, I don't know what's the word. I mean,
it's different.
It's different from
generations,
generation lah. I mean, it's very senang, easygoing.
Yeah.
But this one is fresh. It gives you a new perspective of how millennials nowadays, because basically the storyline is that you guys are trying to save the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it reflects nowadays because young people are buka kedai tapi macam mana nak sustain. So you guys shows the reality inside the shop and what is happening, and the characters inside the shop is building the reputation and is trying to save the shop. So it's good. It's something that give people, this is something that you have to practice in your business. You know, that's my way of saying, because I'm running my own my own business.
Man,
as well.
you're going too deep. I just want you to laugh, bro. I don't want you to get lessons from Kopitiam. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
It's good that you see these things. I think the writers didn't even plan for all these things. It's just people.
I mean, the actors play their part lah.
That's good. That's
the
good.
Actor and actresses. So talking about actor and actresses.
Yeah.
You berlakon Kopitiam with a hell of a lineup. You know, I mean the lineup that berlakon dengan you memang power.
Yeah.
So Douglas Lim, he's the funniest guy. I think one of the funniest guy I've ever met.
Lucky you didn't say funniest.
Okay. Douglas, you know where to find the funniest guy. Okay, so Sharifah Amani, Melissa Campbell, I mean everybody who is involved in the production. So what did you feel? I mean, you said before you've never been acting in such, so you are a rookie.
Yes.
So being a rookie, the feeling macam mana?
I was so intimidated.
Harvinth Skin intimidated. Serious lah, bro.
We met like a month before we started shooting in the reading room, right? Is Douglas Lim, is Rashid Saleh, is Sharifah Amani.
Okay.
And Mel went to the US to study in acting school.
Yeah.
Charles is part of theatre. He studied acting and he knows so much. Bro, all of them have an acting background. All of them had so much experience, and I'm just there. I'm the one who came from the internet and making internet videos, not proper acting, and I'm just like, oh damn, how do I do this? How do I do this right? Dah lah, the watak that I play is not me, and I'm just like, oh. And then I think we started shooting, we started rolling, and I think everyone around me made me feel so comfortable. Like Sharifah Amani, she was like a kakak there. She every time she would advise me, and like she would just make the whole feeling like comfortable. Everyone's comfortable around her. Like I think she could tell that I was nervous and all that. So she would do things, say things to me that would make me like calm down, relax, give me pointers, and she's so nice. So I love her so much. And Mel like towards the end was giving me like, because I have a relationship with her in Kopitiam that I play, and it's a very interesting relationship. You guys gotta watch it to know what relationship this is.
Okay.
And it's we see each other a lot. Okay. So that chemistry needed to be there for people to also feel it, because like when you act right, you want other people to also believe what you are trying to act. And she was great. And Douglas Lim, I gotta say, he inspired me so much, because from the day of the reading until the end, you can see that his experience is there. He's been doing this for 20 over years, 30 over years. He was commanding. He knew all the right things to say. He was the funniest man there. He was always the funniest.
It's not is.
No, he is the I'm just trying to say, okay? Never make your inspirations just inspirations, okay? Because even though, you know, Douglas Lim is up there, you know, he inspires me. I want Douglas Lim to one day be my competition. Okay. Like, I want Harvinth Skin to be up there with Douglas Lim. That's why he inspires me, but I'm also coming for you, bro. It's like a very confusing feeling. Like I don't want to give you too much respect because I'm gonna take your spot. Like it's a very confusing place. But he gave me so much. What's the word I want to use? He gave me so much inspiration. No, he inspired me, but like.
I mean, he sets a bar for you.
He set a bar for me.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I gotta be like
there.
him. I gotta be able to. Because even when we were not shooting, he would crack jokes. It would be like the funniest thing in the world. So I'd be like, oh shit, this is so funny. I'm like, oh man, how did he do that? I need to learn how to do that. Like, I would laugh for the first like 2 seconds, then like I go to deep thinking. Like, okay, this is.
You have bipolar disorder, lah, my friend.
Punchline here and then the timing for the joke. Okay, faham. So it's very confusing around here.
It's something that people don't understand or don't know or don't appreciate.
Yeah.
Comedians have an impeccable timing sense.
Yes.
Impeccable. I have to say that. They know, dia macam tengok, ni kau tengok muka dia. Sekarang kau masuk. Dia tengah cakap macam ni, sini kau masuk. You know?
Yeah.
So, that's when you learn. I mean, you learn a lot from them, for sure.
Like when you're in the same line, in the same industry, the comedy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about everyone else, but I feel like when you're in the same industry, you cannot just he's funny and just move on. Like accept that he's funny. You have to analyze
why
he's funny, how he's funny. Did he say this? Because you have to learn yourself. That's how you become better. And like it was Douglas was great, man.
Alright, so just a brief opinion from you, because Kopitiam is not on TV.
Yeah.
Kopitiam Double Shot is not on TV.
It's on View.
It's on View.
Yes.
A viewing platform on the internet, right? And in which it shows shows from Asia, lah, basically.
Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia and Asia. So, what do you think of it? Because did it break you a bit, knowing that it's not going to be on primetime TV, or you think that it is a better opportunity for you for it to be on View rather than TV?
To be honest, who watches TV anymore?
Not true.
That is what I thought.
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's on a new platform, right? It's online. To be fair, it's quite easy to download. Okay, you go on your Play Store or App Store, you just type out View, download for free, right? And just watch the show. And or you can go to view.com, okay, viu.com, and watch the show. That is there. All the episodes should be out, and just enjoy yourself. And let me know what you guys think about it on View. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, it's not on TV anymore. Yeah, true. Yeah. But I also thought, who watches TV anymore? And maybe I could have, felt, View is not as, huge as I feel like it should be, because it's showcasing Asian talent.
Yeah.
Which other platform out there is doing that, making their own originals? And View wanted to do this. View wanted to take Kopitiam in. In my heart, I feel like I don't care. Like, you could be. Let's just bandingkan dua brand. Let's just take Nike and Asadi. Okay, Asadi, Nike. If Nike is huge, obviously if anyone would pick Nike, right, over Asadi. But if let's just say Asadi came up to me and went, Harvinth, we love what you do. We want you to come collaborate with us and do this because we want to push you to a next level, or we want to work with you so bad because we love you. I don't care if you're Asadi and not Nike, because you want to work with me.
Yeah.
That is so good to hear.
True.
View wanted Kopitiam, and that was
welcoming.
Man, yes. Like, I would take that. I would take, you want to do this because they are showcasing talent from Malaysia, though. It's like Malaysian TV sitcom. I don't care who you are. If you want to do it, it's not a problem.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good. Better have something than none.
And View can be here one day and they could overtake Netflix the next day.
Yes, true.
We never know what's going to happen.
One switch there.
And it's doing great now. Its original series have won awards, and hopefully Kopitiam will win a few
Hoping
awards.
so,
Hopefully, we'll get a
yes.
season 2.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys watch it now, we might go watch it on.
I think it should get view. You should give Kopitiam Double Shot a season 2.
Yes.
I have no doubts about it.
Yes.
You know, this is a
Yes.
testament of a viewer. Okay, share that to view. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, moving on from Kopitiam to your more current project.
Yeah.
Because if people follow you on Instagram, on Twitter, social media basically lah, they should know that you are just one moment
Yeah.
for you guys punya information.
Yeah.
This is a Christmas special,
Yeah.
so we're giving you something special.
Yeah.
We're gonna extend a bit our discussion with Harvinth Skin.
Yeah.
And we're gonna take another 5-minute break just for us to get a breather and go further and further on the discussion, because Harvinth has so many stories.
I talk too much.
So it's fun, and I personally we really want to know more about
Alright,
you
cool.
and what your current projects are and where are you heading.
Thank you,
in the new year.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna take 5-minute breaks. So we'll be back soon. Okay guys, welcome back to part 3 with Harvinth Skin. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up, but before we wrap this up, I want you to tell us what is your current project, because your current project lah, your current works, because I know you are hanging out with the likes of Zamira, Faiz Jabbar. So from that offset, it seems like you are venturing into music. Is that the
Whoa.
project?
I'm also hanging out with a lot of
I know, but
models.
yeah. So you are becoming
Becoming
a model as well.
I am actually getting into music.
Okay.
Music has always been something that I've loved.
Okay.
It may not be my main thing, but it doesn't stop me from wanting to do music. Like, so next year I'm making more music. I've done music before. I've done DBAP and Choki Choki, and I remixed a few. Like I did the Gucci Gang remix and all that. But yeah, I think I have a song coming out next year featuring. Can I say this? I don't know if I can say this.
Okay. Let's just keep it a secret.
Featuring Young Raja and Faiz Jabbar.
So you guys look forward for that.
Yes,
That
that's
collaboration is going to be
2020.
hopefully it's going to be a hit in
It's gonna be
Malaysia.
mad.
All right.
It's gonna be mad.
So, okay, you have your music set.
Yeah.
So rap, I assume it's
It's
hip
rap.
hop rap.
It's hip hop based. It's
Okay.
very much hip hop based, and I want to make more music. I think I want to collaborate with as many people as I can, because like I feel like if I collaborate with you, it's because I love what you do,
Okay.
right? So I want to get into that, and maybe one day I'll have a standalone single. I don't know.
Alright.
We'll see if the people accept me as a musician. I will have a standalone single.
All right.
But for now, yeah.
That's a good goal to set moving forward. But in order to get the people's approval, how about you give us an impromptu rap? Can lah?
Yo.
I'm
I'm not a good rap. I cannot go off the top.
okay. So
Yes,
you
I
need some
cannot-
beats.
It's not the beat. It's not that. I'm not a freestyle rapper.
Okay. I understand.
Sometimes I take like the verse that I wrote, right? I took a whole day to write the verse. Like it cannot, like my mind doesn't work that way. I'm not blessed enough to funny rap can
Yeah, give us a funny rap.
Okay, give me words give me a word to rap with.
Rap with Liverpool
Okay.
and Manchester United. Manchester United lah. Manchester
Okay.
United only.
Okay.
Wow, we gotta get
Yeah.
so flame about this,
Come
bro.
on, bro.
You never walk alone, bro.
You never walk alone. I support Liverpool. Korang support Man U, tapi slow macam penyu.
Harvinth Skin with the puns, man. Oh my
What
god.
else? Don't put this on. I don't see funny rap like comes whatever lah.
Okay, I mean,
I told you funny rap.
yes. Fair enough.
I
You
didn't say
tak nak
buzz.
dengar, you skip. Fair enough. Alright. So, music project.
Man United are shit. They smell like my armpit. Liverpool handsome, like Brad Pitt.
Oh my god. You are killing me, bro.
I'ma take a break like Cat. Who is bad? Man United.
lah.
Lah.
Alright. So, music is one way. How about your SkinTV? I mean, content creation lah. Basically, back to your roots.
Back to my roots.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm looking next year to make as many videos as I can on YouTube and online. But I'm also in 2020. This is my goal.
Alright.
I want my own movie. I want to make my own movie, so I'm working towards that. Hopefully 2020 is the year where it happens, because I feel like I can.
That's. I think you have enough ideas.
Yeah.
And enough guts
Yeah.
to do it. So, hopefully we'll see the producer and directed by,
Yes.
produced by and
Produced
directed
by, directed by. Okay, not directed. I'm not a director. I'm written by.
Written and produced by.
Produced by. Yeah, and also act in it. I'm just gonna be. That is the goal. That is the aim. So in 2020, if I don't do that, then I failed.
That's a high.
I gotta tell myself that, bro. You don't future Harvinth Skin. If you're watching this again in 2020 and you haven't made your movie, you have failed, bro. You have failed.
Okay.
Okay, go back and sit in the corner and think about what you've done.
Throughout 2020.
Harvinth Skin, you've wasted the whole of 2020, bro. This is not the kind of man that I thought you would be. Okay, go and cry in a corner. Go think about 2021, because if the movie is not out in 2020, make it in 2021.
Okay, just make it your personal goal to have your own movie.
Fuck you, Harvinth Skin.
Oh my god.
For not fucking making the movie in 2020. I'm hurt, bro. I'm hurt that you have not done this. Go now.
Now.
Stop. Okay, now stop being in the corner and go write the movie now. It's not too late. Okay, I'm here for you.
Alright. You hear that, Harvinth Skin, so do it. Okay?
Good luck, bro.
Good luck, bro. So,
Fuck you, bro. Make the damn movie, bro. Please.
oh my god. This for real will be the funniest podcast that I will ever handle. Alright. So, okay, you okay, Brand?
Why
You
am I
okay?
disappointed in myself? I'm actually disappointed that I didn't make the movie in the future, but I don't even know if I've made the movie. Harvinth Skin, if you have made the movie though, whoa, let's go, boy! That is the man that I knew you were. Good job.
Alright. So now you okay? You okay with it?
Now I'm
Alright.
happy because I'm looking at myself making the video.
Alright. Okay. So, people now know your goals and what is your, let's say, Christmas present for next year.
Yes.
Is that you have your own movie. You want to produce your own music as well with the collaboration and everything. So right now I'm just going to back to betul-betul punya root, the root of our podcast itself. Your sneaker collection.
Yes.
All right. We're gonna talk a bit before we end before we wrap this thing. I mean, the sneaker scene in Malaysia. You've been around for 3 years plus minus, but your influence and your ability, you kenal orang ramai because you're a celebrity and you have that connection, that privilege and that connection that you share with the community. So what do you think about the community nowadays? I mean 3 years memang lah tak lama, tapi you must have seen some evolution that the scene that have undergone that you might like, you might don't like.
Man, I mean, like, I think it's growing every day. I think people in Malaysia love their sneakers. And take for example Sneakerlah, the convention, from what it was to what it is today is mad. It's crazy, the volume and the amount of people who are turning up. And you have so many shoe businesses that are coming up. Shout out Brian, Hype Guardian is here, and so many other brands, and so many hustling kids out there who are just reselling shoes because they know how crazy the sneaker game is in Malaysia, and that says a lot about the community here in Malaysia, and I hope that it'll grow to be, you know, as big as what it is in the US, or maybe even bigger. Maybe Asia is bigger than the US, you know. And it's great, man. It's great to see this because sneakers are dope.
True. Okay, so regarding your personal collection, what is a pair yang you nak tapi you tak pernah dapat? Or you you tak pernah dapat. You don't have the ability to buy, or you just don't have the opportunity to buy.
I get what I want. So I'm a hustler. I'm not sure. No, I'm sorry. No, the I think the Nike Air Yeezys.
All color?
Not all. I think particularly the Red Octobers.
Ooh, the Red Ox.
Those that pair I want, but it's hard to find a pair that is in great condition, and I'm willing to spend that much money.
Okay, what size are you?
UK 8.5.
Okay, guys, all the resellers.
Yes.
Not just resellers, people who owns a Nike Air Yeezy Red Octobers, do hit Harvinth Skin up. A UK 8.5.
UK 8.5.
Okay. Alright.
Bro, but you know what? I can do for you a great deal. Okay, you give me your Red Octobers, I post for you 3 photos on.
What a deal, man.
I post for you 3 photos on my Instagram as thank you.
Alright.
You get exposure.
That's what you need, ma.
That's what you need, like exposure, bro. Come on.
Alright. So, last question in regards to your sneakers. Disregarding the 24K shoe, what is the most amount you've ever spent on a pair of shoes?
The Air Jordan 1 Chicago's Off-White.
How much was it?
So right now I think it's about 15k ringgit.
Yeah, 15
around there.
15K, yeah.
Good condition, I
Yeah.
think it's 15k. I got them for 7k.
When was it?
I got it.
This year?
No, not this year. I
Last
think
year.
last year. Sometime last year.
7K,
No, actually this year. I don't know, man.
I think
There
it's
was
this
there
year.
was a convention in Taylor's Lakeside.
Oh.
Right, a shoe convention in Taylor's Lakeside.
I don't know about that. So,
I don't know, man.
but 7K.
7K
7K
ringgit.
now, and it raised to 15 to
15K.
15 to 18K now.
Yeah.
So it's a 10,000 ringgit profit already
Yeah.
if you were to
If
choose
you can
to,
sell it, yeah.
Yeah lah, if you can sell it lah. So okay, that's basically it about you yourself and the story behind Harvinth Skin.
Yeah.
So before we wrap this up, it's a tradition
Yeah.
in Overload Podcast Malaysia, on Overload Podcast Malaysia, for us to ask quick fire questions.
Okay.
All right. So right now I'm going to give you few words or names of people, and you just mention to me what is the first word that comes to your mind when it comes to this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, it's gonna be hard.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 1. Malaysian YouTube fans.
No, they're alright.
All right. Okay.
They're alright.
Kopitiam.
Oh, firebomb. Fireboot.com.
Okay. Sneaker lah.
Sneaker lah, fire for a lot of people.
Alright. Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, fire. I think
Everything also fire.
I said
Hey,
fire.
everybody
but
terbakar already. You know, cannot.
It's literally like what? It's what you want me to say. Fire, yeah.
Alright. Okay. Zamira.
Oh, fire.
Zamira,
I
you
knew
watching
it.
this?
I knew. Zamira, hard work hard. Hard work. Yeah.
Okay. SkinTV.
SkinTV, funny.
Funny. Overload Podcast Malaysia.
Fire.
Alright. So.
I'm so glad that the word fire can be used for everything.
Alright, so guys, that is a wrap up with for our session with Mr. Harvinth Skin. So the fire guy. So
Yes.
right now I'm going to name you the fire guy,
Fire
Mr. Harvinth Skin.
Yep.
So we appreciate your time for coming here. I know you are a very busy
All the way
person.
to Kajang.
All the way to Kajang just to show up for this show.
Yep.
And for this Christmas special episode. So we thank you again. So if you have any shout outs or anything you want to do before we wrap it up?
Ken, thank you. Shout out to Overload Podcast for having me. Shout out.
Shout out to... Yes, alright, okay. So, with that shout out, special shout out. We wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we hope to see you again on Overload Podcast Malaysia. So from me, Firman, and him, Harvinth Skin, we say goodbye. Ciao.
Goodbye to